Imagine you're a lifelong civil servant, pouring your heart into protecting America's secrets, only to wake up one day and find your access revoked, your career in tatters, all because of a late-night decision from the top. And the White House, they didn't even know it was coming. That's the wild, real-life drama unfolding right now in Trump's second term, and it's got everyone from spies to senators scrambling. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down the messy, human side of American politics. No spin, just the stories that hit home. If you're feeling that knot in your stomach about how DC decisions ripple into your daily life, stick around. Today, we're diving into Tulsi Gabbard's bold and controversial move to yank security clearances from 37 intelligence pros. Was it a rogue power play, a loyal strike for the boss, or just the latest chapter in Trump's intelligence wars? Let's unpack it like we're chatting at a backyard barbecue. First off, a quick rewind for context, because you can't grasp this shakeup without knowing the backstory. Picture this. It's 2016, and Donald Trump is storming the White House on a wave of drain the swamp energy. But almost from day one, he's at war with the intelligence community. Why? Those Russia investigations, the ones alleging Moscow meddled in the election to help him win. Trump calls it a hoax, a deep state witch hunt cooked up by career spies and Obama holdovers. Fast forward through Mueller's probe, impeachments, and endless leaks, and by the time Trump loses in 2020, he's vowing revenge. He strips clearances from folks like John Brennan and James Clapper, his biggest critics. It's personal, it's political, and it sets the stage for round two. Enter 2024. Trump wins big, and who does he tap as Director of National Intelligence? Tulsi Gabbard, the Hawaii congresswoman turned podcaster, the Democrat who ditched her party to back his campaign. She's got that military vet vibe, Army National Guard major, combat experience in the Middle East. At 44, she's the youngest DNI ever, sworn in back in February 2025 right there in the Oval Office. Hand on the Bible, Trump grinning like he just found his secret weapon. Her job? Oversee the 17 spy agencies, deliver the president's daily intel brief, the pulse of threats from China to cyber hacks. But Trump's always been skeptical of the spook world. He's even floated dismantling the ODNI altogether, calling it a bloated middleman. Gabbard. She's supposed to bridge that gap, prove she's all in on his America First reset. So here's where it gets juicy and a little chaotic. Last month, August 19th to be exact, Gabbard drops a bombshell on X, her social media megaphone with over 762,000 followers. She's revoking security clearances for 37 people. Not just any folks, these are heavy hitters, top deputies to CIA Director John Ratcliffe. Yeah, the same guy Trump picked for his loyalty, career officers who have handled ultra-sensitive ops like drone strikes and counterterrorism. Oh, and get this. 2 Democratic staffers on the Hill, Maher Bitter, National Security whiz for Senator Adam Schiff, and Thomas West from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Gabbard frames it as justice. Being entrusted with a security clearance is a privilege, not a right, she writes. These people, she says, betrayed their oath by politicizing intel on Russia's 2016 meddling or leaking secrets to hurt Trump. Sounds straightforward, right? Like she's just executing the boss's playbook. But here's the twist that had Trump's inner circle fuming. The White House was totally in the dark. No heads-up call to Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, no memo to Counsel David Warrington, nada. According to insiders speaking to The Guardian, they only clocked it after the list went public. No vetting, no paper trail from Trump himself greenlighting it. Suddenly, bam, career CIA pros lose access mid-mission. One was even undercover at the time. Talk about risking ops that keep us safe. And those congressional aides, that sparked real freakouts about separation of powers. Can the executive branch just kneecap the legislative side like that? It's like throwing a grenade into the checks and balances machine our founders built. Now I know what you're thinking. This is DC drama, spy games far from my cul-de-sac. But let's get real, this stuff echoes straight to your doorstep. Think about it. Those clearances aren't just fancy badges. They're the keys to protecting everything from your grandma's social security data to the power grid hacker's eye. If trusted pros get sidelined without a whisper, it slows down threat assessments. What if the next cyber attack on our banks or a tip on fentanyl smuggling gets delayed because the team's scrambling? Ordinary folks like you and me pay the price. Higher costs, less security, that nagging worry about who's really watching the watchmen. And the politics. Oh man, it's a powder keg. Trump's always railed against the deep state, and this fits his narrative. Punish the Russia hoaxers, clean house for loyalty. But even his advisors are whispering blunder. Weeks later, they're deeply frustrated, per reports from the Daily Beast and Raw Story. Why? Gabbard's deputy, Alexa Henning, didn't loop them in on how the list was cooked up or the evidence behind it. One source called it a rogue move, especially since it hit Ratcliffe's own team, Trump's guy. It deepens the rift between ODNI and the CIA, the folks who actually grind out the intel Gabbard briefs on. Remember that June dust-up? Trump publicly slapped down her take on Iran's nukes, saying she was wrong and maybe just angling for her own spotlight. She's walked tightropes before, a video warning of nuclear doom that ticked him off. But this? It feels like a self-inflicted wound, at a time when Trump's trying to unify his squad. But wait, Gabbard's camp pushes back hard. A senior intel official told The Guardian she ran it by Trump in the Oval. These are the Russia probe holdovers, fire 'em. Trump allegedly said go for it, and they claim the list got emailed to key White House players and agency chiefs the night before. The White House spokesperson, full-throated defense. Director Gabbard is doing a phenomenal job, aligned on holding the weaponizers accountable. It's classic he said she said, but it underscores the tension. Is Gabbard the fierce reformer Trump needs, or a wild card stirring the pot when unity's key? Zoom out and this is bigger than one list. It's Trump's vision clashing with the intel world's traditions. Revocations like this echo his first-term playbook, yanking Biden's and Harris's clearances post-election. The goal? Root out partisan agendas, as Gabbard put it. But critics worry it's eroding trust in the very agencies that shield us from abroad. For everyday Americans, it means wondering, will politicized intel lead to blind spots on real threats, like election hacks or economic sabotage? Or does it finally make the system accountable, cutting the fat that's frustrated voters for years? Look, politics is a contact sport, full of these high-stakes gambles that test our democracy's grit. Tulsi Gabbard's in the arena now, and whether you see her as hero or headache, it's a reminder that your voice, your vote, keeps the referees honest. What do you think? Was this a savvy purge or a dangerous solo act? Drop your take in the comments below. I read every one. If this story got your wheels turning on how DC drama hits home, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more no BS breakdowns, and ring the bell so you never miss the next twist. Thanks for hanging out. Stay curious, stay engaged. See you next time.